Hey everybody, I'm Evan Hammonds for bloodhorse.com and welcome to After the Wire, which is brought to you by EquiAid, the makers of Bodybuilder and other fine natural products. What we saw over the weekend were monster efforts, just monster efforts on our way to the Kentucky Derby and the Kentucky Oaks. Let's start in New York, where Team Verrazano put their son of More Than Ready's unbeaten streak on the line against the likes of Vijack and Normandy Invasion. Now there was trouble right at the break, as Freedom Child wasn't quite set and was actually still in the hands of an assistant starter when the gate sprung. He would be declared a non-starter. Verrazano broke sharp from post 8 and got a great early trip behind the rail-skimming Chris and the Capper. Jockey John Velasquez peeked behind as they traveled well off the rail around the first bend. Chris and the Capper, a 77-1 shot, said very moderate splits of 24-4 and 24-3, which allowed Verrazano to get a nice spot right there in the catbird seat, with Vijack a length or two off him. Now, after 5 furlongs, Velasquez asked, and Verrazano quickly put away the pace setter, while Joel Rosario, who was aboard Vijack, decided to wait. Now, Vijack eventually put in his bid on the turn, and as they straightened away, it appeared to be a 2-horse race. Verrazano showed tenacity, and he refused to let Vijack get by him. Now, right behind those two was a sharp closing Normandy Invasion, who, even though he didn't change leads down the stretch, was coming pretty hard at the 2. He was gaining late. Now, he collared Vijack for second, but Verrazano was clearly the impressive of the trio, essentially putting in 2 runs there and turning back his biggest rivals in deep stretch. A final 8th of 12-2 is solid enough when you stack it up against the other preps we've seen to date. Now, Verrazano earned a Beyer speed figure of 95. Not exactly stellar, but it won't matter. If the Derby were next weekend, he's your favorite. Now, my guess is Orb, who won the Florida Derby last week, won't be far behind as the second choice. In California, a smaller cast came together for the Santa Anita Derby, and while they were not regarded as highly, the winner, Golden Sense, wound up earning a Beyer figure 10 points higher than that of the Wood winner. When we last visited Golden Sense in Flashback, it was Flashback who got the better of his rival in the San Felipe, even though both of them got run down late by Hear the Ghost. This time around, it was trainer Doug O'Neill and jockey Kevin Krigger who got the better of Bob Baffert, as they were the ones to stalk Super 99 through a 46-2.5 and a 110-2.75. Neither Golden Sense or Flashback looked perfect. Flashback was hemmed inside, and Golden Sense looked hard to handle early as Krigger tried to keep him off the lead. Now, he did get him to settle and wait for Flashback to challenge, and Golden Sense then responded. And he responded even more to Krigger when he went to the whip, and that was when there was some separation between the two. A 13 flat come home 8th wasn't anything to write home about, but it was the fact that it was 8.5 lengths back to the 3rd place finisher is a testament to these 2 horses and to the lack of talent in the rest of the field. I like the fact that Golden Sense will head to Louisville with 5 races under his belt at a mile or more, and based on the strength of Verrazano, Orb, and Revolutionary, he'll be at least 10-1 on Derby Day, while having several angles reminiscent of I'll Have Another. He might be the play. As for playing, who to play in the Kentucky Oaks? Emollient was super in winning the Central Bank Ashland Stakes at Keeneland, and Beholder was, in the words of Trevor Denman, absolute class in the Santa Anita Oaks. Now, add to that Dreaming of Julia, Silsita, and Unlimited Budget, and you have an Oaks to remember that seems to be shaping up. I'd like to thank everybody for watching After the Wire. Come back next week as we dissect the Arkansas Derby and Toyota Bluegrass. Come on back.